Ni, and you said something about north central of
Yes,
Nigeria,
yes.
which is very, very key. And looking at the political journey of Nigeria so far, it would seem as if the north central has not produced a president yet. And a young Nigerian who is a seventh governor of a north central state, Yahaya Bello, is also in the race.
I think that people feel that the political gladiators, we gave them that name, except, of course, we want to go and do the death fight in a circus.
I was going to ask, how did we arrive at that? Because I see journalists making them look like fighters and they live as fighters.
But quite frankly, politics is battle. Look at what happened in France. Le Pen and Macron, before the emergence of Macron, the first time in 20 years getting the second term. So let's come back to what we're talking about, Sulai. I have to say that many people are not looking in that direction. And there are times when you don't look in certain direction, some things happen. Somebody once told me that if you aim for the stars and you get the moon, you're lucky. Or you aim for the moon and get the stars, you're lucky. A lot of people are not looking in that direction because we've been talking about zoning. Well, why they said that? Because we mentioned Yahaya Bello is that. Abdullah Adamu, who is the current national chairman of the APC, is from the north central state of Nasarawa State. And Yahaya Bello is from the north central state of Kogi. But we know that the north central has not produced the president due the northeastern part of the country. If we checked our return to democracy since 1999, you find that the South has had 5 years. The Yoruba race, as it were, the Southwest had well over 8. Then you're talking about the Northwest that has had arguably maybe about 13 or 15, but some other places have cut it down to 8. Yaradua, now 3. President Muhammadu Buhari has done, it will do 8. 7 plus 3, 10. Talking about next year, he would have done 11. The people in the Southwest have also done some good numbers. So people could just go into that election. For instance, there are lots of work going beneath, because don't forget that emergence means you must have done a lot of work with your grassroots, with your delegates to that particular primary, because the delegates are the ones that will vote there. It's not a general election. So what if, for instance, Yahaya Bello has been able to do some other groundwork that make him gather all the youth there? Because politics are always full of surprises.
So it's a what if that we must consider.
What if that happens? If eventually happens, that simply means we're left with whoever is going to be at the opposing party. That is the reality of it. And don't forget, there is something we have to understand here. The North Central will always align with their own first. So that means if somebody from the North Central, don't forget we're talking about 6 states in the North Central part of the country. That is some good numbers. Nasarawa is there. Abuja, the FCT is there. Obviously, Kogi is there. We have a lot. We have 6. So if, for instance, the Northeast is divided because of those that will emerge from that region, and the Northwest is divided, and some other people who are from the Southwest feel maybe they are tied with some people that have held the Southwest bound for many years and decide that there are Yoruba people in Kogi State, let's vote for them. What if the South people feels we don't want Peter Obi, we'd rather go North Central? That is permutation in politics. So the people who subject it to proper sciences will say there's the probability of capturing this. They'll just tell you if we get 30% from here, 10% from this, we'll get block vote from here. Before you know, we're making it happen. And no matter what anybody cries, well, that is just the person's cry, because we have to go ahead. Look at what happens in the last elections that resulted in Oyetola's emergence as the governor of Ekiti State. It went into a runoff. Osun State. Segi Osun State. It went into a runoff. So the SDP held the aces and the spades. So they called Omishore, come here. And Omishore became the man of the moment, and they had to have some serious conversations with the president. Don't forget, 2/3 in 25 states out of 36. 2/3 majority. So if we look at somebody getting 23, 25, there will always be some way the person will, and that is why I'm saying that for the Southeast, let us go back to the Southeast, because there are lots of discussions around the Southeast. Don't forget there are also Igbo people in Kogi State. For many people who don't know, there are lots of Bene people in Kogi State. The ethnic closeness, the linguistic affinity with Kogi actually aligns itself with a lot of Southeast states. Kogi is bordered by 10 states. And don't forget, Yahaya Bello looks to me like the youngest from that region. Even if we have an Okunu from the Southwest, from Lagos Island, there's another young man who is from Delta State that are also as young as him, but we're talking about a governor that actually has experienced lots of things that perhaps has given him an insider knowledge of how to do his permutation.